Oh, what's going on, Todd? How you doing, brother?
Come on,
What's up? What's up? Oh, it's weird seeing you standing. What's going on here?
dude. We're doing the get home bag and EDC video today.
Yeah.
So I can't be sitting down with junk all up on me everywhere. You know me. I got to have my stuff planned and laid out in front of me. You know.
Love it, man. Love it. Really appreciate you sharing this. I remember when you picked me up and we went to the back of your car and you're like, just so you know, I have this and this and this and this. I'm like, man, this mofo's prepared. This is awesome. I love this guy already.
Yeah, man. Always prepared.
Yeah.
Always prepared.
Yeah.
Um.
So I don't want people to think like this is a prepping episode. That's not what we're looking for here. This isn't a go bag for you to leave your house and go out to safety. It's quite the opposite. What do you got there for us, Todd?
It's like we're going to be well. Two things we're going to be talking about. One
Yeah.
is my EDC, my everyday carry. So those things are always on me
Yeah.
anytime I leave the house, and actually they're on me a lot when I'm home too. And when I have a little hobby farm, Kevin knows. So even when I'm out and about my property, most of these things are going to be on me. And then the get home bag lives in my car.
Okay.
So the get home bag is designed if I'm like a 1 or 2 days walk from home. I have the items I need in that bag to get me safely home, or if I just have to, stay in my vehicle. If
Mm,
I so I just make sure I have certain items in my vehicle, and I have, as Kevin just said, I have a lot of other things in my vehicle that I don't have with me right now.
yeah.
But yeah, the get home bag, man, it's an important thing that everybody should have.
Hmm. Hmm.
So I don't
Anybody
know, where do you want?
who cares about actual self-defense and is prepared for life's worst case scenarios. Da, 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 fear bait engaged.
Yeah, 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 exactly. Where do you want to start, man?
Let's do like I'd love to for you just to do your EDCs, what you have on you right now, and then we can talk about moving to the car because I think a lot of people, well, one, some people don't have cars, and two, um, yeah, people want to see how many weapons you got on you, bro.
Good point. Okay, so the things I'm going to show you are the things that are on me almost always when I leave the house.
Okay.
Okay, my everyday carry. First one is Glock 19. This is a Gen 4. It's my favorite Glock 19. We could spend many, many episodes just on this, but you get the idea.
Yeah.
And then weapon mounted light TRL1 HL high lumen. Um, this is my go-to right here.
Yeah.
And then the holster that I have is the Perun by Raven Concealment, and it's light compatible Perun. Great holster. I'm not here to sell brands, but these have been super durable and held up really well for me. And I'm a big fan of Raven Concealment. But there's a lot of great stuff out there, right? Just my preference.
Just real
Um,
quick, I'm going to jump in on just a couple of things there because it really did change my perspective when I talked to you about this in person during the level one course. Why the flashlight? I know a lot of people would not have a flashlight, but you are very, very much so in favor of that.
yeah, I just put a video out on this. The application of the weapon mounted light. Um, most people, when they think about, yeah, nice, Kevin. Most people, when they think about the weapon mounted light, they think about all of the super tactical stuff that they see online where you're operating in low light, no light, and you're doing CQB in the dark and all that kind of stuff. And that's definitely an application. But the reality is that for citizen offenders to be operating in the dark with their weapon and a weapon mounted light is extremely, extremely rare.
Yes, yes.
The chances are good that you're going to be in a well illuminated transitional space. And to use this as an additional force multiplier, whether it be as a deterrent or while you're in, like when I draw, like I'll bump this as I draw. Or if
Yes.
I'm in the fight and I'm muzzle striking and parrying and blocking and using my weapon in that capacity or contact shooting, my light is on. And there's a video I have on it. And the people who train with us while we do it this way, they're like, that is absolutely incapacitating. Like I can't even process everything.
Yeah.
Um, so it's a super awesome thing to have as an additional force multiplier on your everyday carry handgun.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Because you're a big advocate of carrying like a flashlight as an EDC versus, a pen or something else. Yeah, there it is right there. Okay, before we get to the flashlight though, and then the second thing is actually the holster. So typically the holsters that at least I've seen in Canada, because we don't have concealed carry laws, usually have a clip, right? Or something that'll hold it in. And when I did help train police officers, it almost felt like they were really relying on the holster doing the retention itself
Oh
versus
yeah.
somebody else. And if I just really want to jump in that, because that's been a game changer for me, for sure.
That's a 5 hour conversation, as Kevin knows, right?
I do know.
As Kevin knows, but yeah, we don't want to rely on on retention mechanisms. We are the retention mechanism,
Beautiful.
and that's a long conversation in
Yeah,
terms of how that all works. But there are way too many cons to have using a retention holster. Um,
agreed.
let's just leave it there. We're going to
Yeah,
tumble down the rabbit hole.
awesome. Awesome. Love it. I just wanted
Yeah,
I mean, if people want more information about it, right, is then they can contact you. They can, pick your brain about it, which is fantastic. And I mean, that's what I did right away during all those drives, to and fro the donkey farm.
yeah, absolutely. Then two magazines, Glock 19 magazines. Always have a backup magazine on me. Um, Sometimes I'll carry a Glock 17 magazine, so I've got greater capacity as my backup magazine, but always two magazines on me at all times. Can never have too much ammo. This one people might find interesting. This is my keys, right? Um, but this is called a Bivy stick.
Okay.
And this is a satellite communication device, and my wife and I each have one. So if
Hmm.
the grid goes down,
Yeah.
or if uh, towers go down, for
Yeah.
cell towers go down, or
Yeah.
whatever, we can still communicate with each other. And there's a lot of really great features to this. I'm not selling it. I don't get
Yeah.
anything for this, but like there's tracking on here, so my wife and I we can know where each other are at all times. It works through an app through our phone.
Okay.
There's all kinds of other really great features to the baby stick, but it just gives us added peace of mind to know if nobody else can communicate. And by the way, no matter where we are in the world, like I can be in the middle of the freaking Himalayas,
Yeah.
and this works through text message. It's
Sweet.
super slick.
Okay.
Um,
But if
we
the grid
communicate
goes down, how would you use your phone?
because my phone is still powered. It's connects from Bluetooth from my phone to this.
Okay, sorry. When you said text message, I was assuming that.
So it's set that we communicate by text. We don't communicate. We can't talk on the phone.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah. So that's how this works.
So more so used as a tracking beacon, because then you can find each other, and then there's a way for you to, like, through an app, I'm assuming, that isn't
Yeah.
connected to the internet or anything.
No, just through the phone and through satellites.
Cool.
But also just being able to communicate with each other. I can ask her, are you okay? What's your exact location? Stay where you're at. I'm coming to you. Things like that.
Nice.
Do
Awesome.
you need there's other features on here too, like you can see this red button. If we hit that red button, what will happen is that first responders will automatically come to our location. There's cool features to this.
Wow.
If you're using it full time, like constantly, it'll stay powered for 3 days.
Crazy. That's
And
really,
if you're using it sparingly, it'll work for over a week.
and is it just connected via USB or like for charging?
Yeah, but you'll see I have a battery pack in my get home bag.
Of course you do.
And I don't have a lot of stuff that's rechargeable, and this is rechargeable. So if I need to prioritize this with my backup battery pack,
Yeah.
but it'll last quite a long time all by itself.
Awesome.
Boom! The self-defense industry is broken, wouldn't you agree? Have you gone from martial art to martial art looking for the responses that you need to have for a self-defense situation? Well, I spent 35 years training in martial arts. I acquired 7 different black belts to find out that when I pressure tested their shit, it didn't work. So what did I do? I had to come up with my own system. Make sure to check it out at budobrothers.com. Build the confidence you need to stay safe.
Tourniquet. This is a SWAT T tourniquet. This just super simple. Throw it in my pocket and go. But at least I have a tourniquet on me at all times.
Yeah.
Whole nother conversation. Tactical handheld flashlight. This is a 511 flashlight. Love it. Small, compact,
Yeah.
about the size of like lipstick. Very versatile. To me, the most versatile force multiplier for self defense in the world, and I use it all the time practically too. Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like if I'm at a movie and I drop my keys, I probably don't want to use this gun.
Well, it depends where you live, I guess.
And tactically, there's actually ways that you can use these together.
Mhm.
That's another whole nother conversation, right?
Yeah.
Um, Glass breaker. This is just small, simple. I can also cut stuff with it, like my seatbelt. I can cut that. But I've been in situations where I've needed to break glass to get into cars to get people extracted. And I've always, ever since that last time that happened, like I'm always going to have a glass breaker on me. And it's
Nice.
super simple. All I do is push it up onto the glass and it breaks whatever glass that you're with. So that's
Yeah.
super handy. Worth having on you. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna start carrying flashlights on our selfdefensegoat.ca Shopify store. And then we have a tactical pen, and I made sure we had a tactical pen that had a window brick or a window punch. Because
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't believe how amazing they are. Like
Yeah.
for how simple it is, and they're fantastic for self-defense if you have
Super important.
training.
Yeah. If I have to get out of the car or I have to get into a car or whatever glass I have to break, glass can be harder to break than you think, right?
Oh, for sure.
Chapstick, man, you gotta cut your lips gotta be good, right? You gotta have the chapstick on you.
What? Really? You just
Yeah,
always
that's it.
put chapstick on you?
Yeah.
Oh, I could make so many jokes here, Todd. You're just teeing it up, brother. You're just teeing it
My
up.
ch- my chapstick. Um, Now to compensate for the chapstick.
Look at our huge knife. Ah, I called it. I called it.
Yeah. EDC blade, Emerson Commander,
Nice.
always on me. Man, this blade is just amazing. Love it. Always
What do
feel
you
good
guys
about it. Oh,
so what are you
yeah.
guys allowed to carry in
Well,
Minneapolis?
where we're at Minnesota, in most of the jurisdictions, we can't have a fixed blade of any length, not even a 1 inch length, right?
Yes.
And folders can't be, the blade can't be longer than 4 inches. So this is legal here. Yeah, but man,
And
great blade.
serrated or non-serrated or
No, no serration. Oh,
yeah. After
just
the
a
military, it was for me, it was always half serrated and then half blade, and then I love
uh,
the blade. But
yeah, that's
I love Benchmade. Like that's my favorite knife.
yeah,
I've carried it for so long now. I've gone through two of them, and they're fantastic.
yeah, yeah. It's a nice blade. I use it for utility. I don't think of it at all as a self-defense tool.
Opens up my
I could
Amazon boxes, officer.
I could use this to break glass as well, but um, that's primarily what I use it for. And it's just cool, like you know what I mean. Like I'm always like blade with my friends. You know, I got this from Nothing Fancy. Blade check. I want to make sure, like, if you want to keep your man card, I want to make sure you got a blade on you, right?
For sure. Can't be
Swiss
eating a banana normally.
Swiss Army watch. I like mostly to have analog watches on me, so I don't worry about anything going bad with tech at all, any weird stuff.
Yeah.
I have fancy watches that are like connected to satellites and Wi-Fi and all kinds of stuff, but this is the super durable, super reliable part of my EDC.
Nice.
Ridge wallet. And then at my age, at age 54, I have to have readers.
Nice.
So I have readers as a part of my EDC. You know, it's funny though. Well, one, just sheer convenience. My wife and I go out for dinner and I can't read the menu. I
Oh,
had better I had better than 20/20 vision until I got older. Now I can't read anything close at all. But I'm
yeah.
thinking about an emergency situation where I have to read something up close and I can't read it.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
this
I never
this
thought of
this this stays on me. By the way, I almost always have some type of cargo pocket in the pants that I'm wearing.
that. Yes.
So this stuff is positioned strategically all around me. Okay, so that's my EDC.
Okay.
That's the stuff that's on me all the time. Now let's move on.
And that's
Gun
any
holster.
time you leave the house. So that's you're going to the grocery store, you're going anywhere. Because I know the stories, and I'm sure people that have been watching, the channel for a bit have heard some of the stories, but I was blown away with how incredibly prepared you were just for going out for dinner one night. And I was like,
Yeah,
holy shit. I'm like, this isn't like And it's become such a normal part of your lifestyle. It's not shocking to you. It's not anything to you. Where to me, I was like, I thought I was prepared, but you're really, really prepared for anything. But it's because you also carry a firearm.
Yeah, and man, you know how many times I've been somewhere and you don't expect stuff to go down, and there you are. Like it happens when and how you least expect it.
Yeah, for sure. Hey.
And as a citizen defender, like that's our responsibility.
Yeah.
We're prepared for whatever happens, no matter where we're at, right? It's
Mm.
just how we're made. It's what we are, and it's a burden. Like I don't like having to keep all this stuff organized and maintained. I don't like having to put all this stuff on and take it all off and worry about where I'm going and how can I store it in my car and like man, it is a burden. Plus the extra mind space to have that kind of situational awareness and the training and the preparation. But if you're going to do the training and the preparation, you got to have the stuff on you that you need,
Yeah. Yeah.
like on your body.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Like people are like, well, I'm like, where's your stuff? Like my stuff's in my car. I'm like, it's not on you.
Yeah, it's so
Like,
true though. I mean, and I know what you're saying like about burden, like because when Marissa and I were sitting there waiting to go to dinner, Todd was inside getting ready, and I was like, man, he's so ugly. He can't get any more pretty. What's going on? He was really just getting all his shit so that we could be super safe. But I don't like the word burden. I know that maybe you don't actually use that word, but it is
no,
true. It is true. It's like if anybody's going to be prepared, it's going to be you or it's going to be me, and you got to make sure that that's your role in your family or for
it's
yourself.
my role for everyone.
Yes,
No
nice.
matter like they're my family is my friends are my priority,
Yes.
but it's anyone who's there who's an innocent bystander. Like that I'm there for you. I, we probably all. I'm not the only one. I've come across motorcycle accidents and car accidents and other types of accidents where people don't have first aid on them or they don't have anything. They don't know what to do. They don't have. It's. Oh, by the way, my cell phone is also part of my EDC, but my cell phone is how I'm doing this call right now. So
Yeah.
my cell phone is obviously a big part of it as well. But yeah, just it doesn't have to be for a violent situation. It can be any type of situation. So,
Yeah. Nice. Beautiful.
so my get home bag, love this bag. I'm not selling stuff, but I'm a big bag guy. Like there are things that I don't skimp on,
Yeah.
and a good bag is one of them.
Mm.
All right. This is the 511 LV10 sling bag. Fantastic, love it. It looks maybe bigger than it actually is, but I just throw it over my shoulder, and it's great because I can throw it on my back. It's low profile, it blends, it doesn't look tactical, and I
Nice.
can flip it around to the front, and I'm not going to put it on right now because the ceiling is low,
Yeah.
but I can access everything I need from the front, including there's a compartment in this bag where I can actually attach my holster to it. So my everyday carry pistol and holster can attach to the bag itself, so it becomes a form of off body
Cool.
carry.
Yeah, that's all. I
Um,
mean, 511 stuff, there's a reason why they're the leader in it. I mean, we have 511 stores in Canada. That says something, right? It means you're doing
yeah,
right.
yeah, and their bags are just exceptional.
Everything is. Every piece of kit I've purchased from them, I've actually been genuinely impressed with. And like Todd, I am a very simple man. I'm always wearing my own gear or my martial arts hoodies or my martial art gear, right? I choose to wear good pants. I choose to wear either jeans or something like that, right? But I'm a very simple man. I don't like spending money, especially like wasting thousands of dollars on clothing. I have friends who are like that, and that's cool. You do you, but I'm going to actually put money into things that I might actually use one day, other than just
Uh,
look.
yeah, that's how I am too with gifts. When people are like, I always want something that's good, have a utility to it, right?
Yeah.
That's just how I am. Otherwise, just keep your money, man. Don't spend
Yeah.
your, don't waste your money on give me something frivolous, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. I'm the same.
Um, so IFAC. I just detached this. I have a carabiner on here, a
Yeah.
big S carabiner on here, and this is always attached to my get home bag. And this rides in my car, so I can grab this very quickly. I've used this many times for many accidents, and this is a very comprehensive little IFAC individual first aid kit. That's what IFAC stands for.
Okay.
We sell these, by the way, at IDS.
Oh, there you go.
This it's our Citizen Defender IFAC, and the IDS patch, our logo on here is glow in the dark. So if there's no light at all, then I can find my IFAC in the dark. It's kind of slick, but I'm not going to go through this. This is also a video all into itself. But
Yeah.
the IFAC is always with me in the car, and it's attached to my bag. So the whole idea behind the get home bag is I have to grab it and get out of the car right now and start traversing on my feet. Then
Yeah.
that's how fat. Like I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out of the car, or if I have to shelter in place in the car, I can use it that way.
Yeah.
If we have time, I'll talk about some of the other things I have stored in my car.
Yeah.
But get the idea. IFAC attached to the get home bag.
I think everybody, like no matter who you are, even if you're, a non-citizen defender, but a parent, or you typically, well, even if you drive by yourself, to be honest, like have a first aid kit in your car. They're like $13, maybe $15 now with inflation, right? But for so cheap, it could actually save your life.
At the least, a first
Yeah.
aid kit, and this is far more comprehensive than that, right? The stuff that I have here, I'll just show a few things.
Mhm.
I literally have an EpiPen in here.
Nice. Yeah.
So someone suffering from anaphylactic shock,
Yep.
boom, I can save their life, and
Save their
all
life.
kinds of other. Yeah, it's way more comprehensive, but
Nice.
really, I think at the very least, but everyone should have a really good IFAC.
Yeah.
You can go to idscitizendefender.com and you can go to our store there and you can find these. These are fantastic.
Nice. I honestly didn't know that you guys had those. I'm gonna go purchase one right after this.
Yeah, they're excellent.
Yeah.
They're excellent. Yeah,
Well,
they're
if you
super.
made it and you filled it, yeah, it's worth it.
Well, actually, a friend of mine who's a really high level medic,
Oh,
he's the one who put it together.
awesome.
But it's nothing but the best stuff in there because it has to be, right?
Yeah.
Shamag, like I keep the Shamag attached to my get home bag. I like things that are multi-purpose. They're right. So I can use this to stay warm. I can use this to stay cool. I can use it for shade. I can use it to help pack a wound with. I can use it to camouflage myself. There's so many things that we can do with the Shamag. The rest of the world has the Shamag thing figured out, right? But the West just hasn't quite gotten there yet. But I
Yeah.
always keep a Shamag on my get home bag. I use them all the time. Yeah.
I've really only seen them in Filipino or Salat martial arts, right? Where they're using it as a actual self-defense tool, which I'm not a huge fan of, but it's probably just because I haven't spent thousands of hours training in it. So
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Uh,
I'm so Canadian. It's so awesome.
you're so PC, man. I keep extra electrolyte packets in my bag as well. Got to
Yeah.
keep those electrolytes in you. So I'm not going to go through all of those, but
Yeah.
let's see here. Another Emerson Commander
Hmm.
that I keep. So I like to have that level of redundancy.
Yeah. Yeah. Makes perfect sense, especially if you just got to throw the bag to somebody, right? And they need to cut off clothing, right, in order to access the first aid situation.
Yeah. Gerber multi-tool.
Beautiful. Love
Yeah.
those. One of the best pieces of kit in the military for sure.
Yeah, 100%. There's a lot of great multi-tools out there. Next one is like making sure that I'm keeping my core temperature. That's a top priority. That's the thing that will kill you the fastest if your core temperature gets too high or too low. So wool gloves and hat. So no matter even year round. So if I have to, sleep in the ditch somewhere, even in the summertime, I'll wanna have this stuff, and it's a good idea just to have a pair of gloves to protect your hands.
Yeah.
And these are not work gloves; these are insulated gloves, but they're thin and low profile, so I can operate my weapons and my tools with these gloves on at the same time. But
Yeah.
these are two of the most important things, as well as an extra pair of wool socks, which we'll get to, that are in here. You know this from military. You got to take care of your feet, especially with merino wool.
Yeah. Well, and the wool is everybody, like merino wool is next level, right? Basic wool is itchy and a pain in the butt, but merino wool, guys, it is
Yeah.
eye level product.
You got to have an extra pair of socks and a way for you if you're going to be walking a lot too, because
Yeah.
you got to take care of your feet when you start getting blisters, et cetera, et cetera. Or if you need to layer up. But an extra pair of socks is one of the most important things you can have in your get home bag. An outer shell, like I have like these are pants and jacket, North Face. So no matter what the conditions are, I can keep the wind and the rain off me so that I can stay dry and warm. That's the idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's what this is. I'm not going to go through all that right now, but you get the idea.
Yeah.
Then I've got a miscellaneous bag. I've got wet wipes, I've got lighters, I've got compasses and whistles and all kinds of just miscellaneous. I've got stuff for heartburn in here and flossers, like creature comforts. So
Wow.
like,
Interesting.
and when I travel, this a lot of this stuff goes with me in my backpack when I travel. I just convert it over to my travel kit.
Nice. Yeah.
Uh, let's go with this. A life straw. Are you
Oh,
familiar with these?
love them. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So amazing. One of the best inventions, I think, of our generation.
Yeah. Life straw will keep you alive. They're inexpensive. I think it's 500 gallons, right? It'll take the pathogens out of 500 gallons of this.
Yeah. All depends on
Um,
the size of the one that you have. Yeah.
yeah, I think this one is 500 gallons, but I would never need it for 500 gallons, probably. That's a lot.
Yeah. Well, never say never.
Never, never say never. We gotta have I can literally drink out of a toilet or any stream. I don't have to worry about boiling water, even though I have the capacity to do that, which we'll get to next. But you got to have a life straw. Like I throw these in my wife's purse, make sure that she at least has a life straw on her at all times.
Yeah. Well,
But
when we're made of 76% water, and a lot of people take hydration for granted, man. And I'm so glad that you have that in there because it's so important. Imagine that you're walking. So let's just say your car broke down. Car breaks down, right? You're with your kids, and what are they going to do? They're going to be bitching, complaining. I'm so hungry. I'm so thirsty. I wish Uncle Todd was with us, not you. Right? Where you're like, whatever, you take a life straw, shove it in their mouth, you're like, go drink out of the ditch. And you know that they're actually like, they're not going to be injured, they're not going to be harmed. Like the life straw has saved millions of people in Africa and other places because they don't have access to clean water. Like when Todd said you can literally put it in like a toilet, like it could even be a used toilet. Like it's crazy. Like life straw is amazing. I don't recommend this. Please don't put it in a toilet and then send me a goddamn email. I have gastroenteritis.
yeah, right, exactly. But it will save your life. I always feel uncomfortable if I don't have a life straw on me.
Really?
Um, yeah. So metal container, single wall metal container. And I'll tell you how I do this. One, I can boil water in a metal container, so it's always on me. I like to pre-fill my water. Like this sounds kind of weird, but I have a bigger one that I usually take with me when I travel.
Yeah.
As soon as I go through security, I can't take water with me, right?
Yeah.
I will
Yeah.
go buy water and I will fill up my own containers of water and I will keep it on me.
Yeah.
Now, if things go weird, and what's everyone going to run to? The water, right? They're going to be fighting over the water, but I already have my water on me.
Yeah.
But I can boil water in this.
Yeah.
But also, what's cool about it, if it's largemouth like this, if I don't have the luxury to boil water, but I just want to store it, I can take my life straw and drink right out of the container.
Nice. Oh, that's awesome. I like that.
Gotta
Not
stay high, gotta stay hydrated. You want to make good decisions and keep yourself sharp if you have to walk long distances. You need to be able to manage your hydration the right way.
so important. So important.
Extra baby wipes, but survival blanket.
Nice.
Another way to keep myself dry out of the elements. I can use it for shade or warmth or whatever.
Yeah.
I've used these for other people in accidents when I've covered them up.
Yeah.
Bivy. So I can literally, so this is a little sleeping bag. I can sleep inside of this for extra insulation and keeping myself dry.
Oh, that thing's
And
sweet.
they're great.
Yeah, that one's
And
awesome.
then this is this is a head net. So you sometimes you find yourself in places you probably know being up there where the mosquitoes are so outrageously bad and the bugs are so outrageously bad. Did you know that there are people who have committed suicide just because the bugs were so bad?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's way too cold, man. Like, yeah, mosquitoes suck a little bit, but it's only
We're
a week of it.
oh, we're at like I'm in Minnesota, so we've got lakes everywhere.
Oh
The
yeah.
mosquitoes are outrageous.
Wow.
So I keep this. I just throw this net over my head, and this bugs can't get to my face. And if I have gloves on, if I'm covered up, I don't worry about the bugs getting to me. So
Yeah.
super important little thing to have on you. Yeah. All right, let's see what else we got going up in here.
There's so
I
much
lit
fit into that little.
I literally just grabbed it,
Yep.
you
Yeah,
know,
which is awesome.
solar battery pack
Ah, here we go. Okay.
with all attachments on it so I can recharge my phone or any of my other stuff that I have in here.
Cool.
Love this thing. Use it all the time,
Yeah.
especially when I keep it. I'm always making sure I'm keeping it charged. As Kevin knows, always be charging. ABC, right?
Charging. Yep.
So
Help
I'm
out
keeping this
your
thing.
CCP.
Oh, yeah, always keeping this charging at all times. Super handy to have. I'll keep an extra meal granola in here.
Mm.
And oftentimes there's an emergency, other types of emergency bars that I have that are high calorie emergency bars that I don't have in here right now, I don't think.
That's because last time I was with you, I ate them all and you probably didn't replenish.
Yeah, that's true.
I was dying. My sugar was so low, and I was like, Todd, I was like, can I have some change? You got a Gatorade or something? He's like, don't drink that shit. He's like, here, have one of my bars. Oh man, I felt so much better. But that's what happens when you go to Minnesota Fight Club.
Yeah. And Kevin was unprepared.
I
But
was,
Todd,
I
but
was.
Todd was prepared for Kevin.
Yeah, do you know why? Because I said, "Hey Todd, when after we left the airport, I'm like, can we go to a Max and or a 7-Eleven, whatever you guys call it?" And we go there, and I'm like, "Can we have some water and get some things?" He's like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, but we can't go to this one. There's been too many shootings at this one lately. So let's just go to the one by your hotel room." And then we forgot about it and went from there. But I was like, "What the hell? What do you mean we can't just go, just stop?" He's like, too much crime, stay away from this one." I was like, "Damn." Like, this is crazy. It's crazy. Canada, it's like, yeah, whatever. It's all good.
Because of the limitations of live fire and the restrictions of most live fire ranges, we've realized we have to do things differently, and we want to do things differently. We take a principle-based, integrated, and holistic approach to our training that includes pistol craft, weapons-based combatives, as well as soft self-defense skills and education designed specifically with the citizen defender in mind, in a way that can be done anywhere by anyone. So how do we do that? What does that look like? It's not really something I can explain to you. It's something I have to show you. So stick with us, and together, we'll make the world a safer place.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Hey, I'll just put it this way. The last 5 years, Minnesota hasn't been Minneapolis, not Minnesota.
Yeah, yeah.
I said that wrong. Minneapolis hasn't been the same. Let's put it that way.
It's unreal, man. Like the stories you told me, and like no wonder you are prepared as you are, given the situation and given everything, one that you've seen slash attracted, and two, everything that's transpired, especially within your area. Like you have to be safe. Like you
Yeah.
have to, like it would be a no-brainer. If I was in your situation, it would be the same thing. My family would be going through a lot more freaking training, that's for sure, because it's like, hey guys, we're going to the mall today. Well, in America, or especially in Minneapolis, like you said, that could mean a whole nother thing.
Yeah, absolutely. While I'm thinking of it, I keep a winter gear kit in my car year round,
Okay.
and I keep extra food, like Mountain House freeze dried food, and stoves, and like small little compact stoves, stuff like that in my car at all times. So you can be, because especially here in the winter, you have to deal with it too. But like today, it's like 15 below zero.
Mm.
So if you get stranded in the winter, if you're not well prepared, it could mean death, right?
Hold on, like 15 degree Fahrenheit below zero today?
Yeah, yeah.
Holy cow, that's actually
And
pretty
that
cool.
and that's not counting the windshield. That's not uncommon here. We're the coldest city in the United States.
Mm.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why you're
Um,
miserable.
Hold on. We've got the fire starter kit here.
Oh, yes. Oh, that's your lighter. That's your lighter. That's great.
Blackbeard fire starter kit. These are super handy. This would last me a really long time to start
What's
fires.
in that one? I haven't seen that one before.
Blackbeard, they're really great. They're these little sticks, and you can just cut off little portions of it, and it lights a fire, and it will sustain you, so you can get a fire going. They're awesome.
Oh,
Check it
cool.
out, Blackbeard. And then I have a flint lighter in here and stuff, and I have a this is a knife sharpener in here as well. So just different stuff I keep handy on me.
Sweet.
A red light. Yeah, so that way, if I don't want to give up where it's harder for people to see me if I'm using a red light, and I'm not, it's better for my night vision if I'm using a red light. So that's in here.
Nice. Yeah, I'd never
Uh,
seen like till the military.
this was a really great gift that a fan sent to me actually. It's a really great tactical light, super versatile, and it's rechargeable. So I just like having this on me. So we always want to make sure we have good illumination. I wouldn't use it as much for self-defense while I could, but
Yeah.
it's more for utility in a low light situation.
Was that one of your 25-year-old girlfriends there?
Yeah, yeah. One of the 25-year-old medical students is always out jocking me
Yeah,
all the
this
time.
flashlight reminds me of you, Todd.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Every time you use it, think of me. I'm happily married, but thank you for the flashlight.
There you go. There you go. Smart man.
Just like hand saws, like super compact little hand saws I can cut wood with.
Those
This
are all.
combined with my knives, I can process a lot of wood with this.
Mhm.
This is really slick. Check this out. This is a little multi-tool. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And
Sweet.
it's just the size of a credit card. I like to keep this handy, compact,
Yeah.
but very versatile.
Yeah.
Yeah, love it. Then I've got just extra tissue in here. Let's see this back compartment. Yeah, so that you get the idea. Those are the types of things that I want to, and this is my minimalistic bag,
Yeah.
but these are the types of minimalistic things that I want to have on me everywhere, whenever I leave the house.
Well, I'm surprised. No soap, but I guess we're
There,
looking more
there,
like.
there's soap in there.
Okay. Okay. Good.
And
Yeah.
that creature comfort bag,
Yes.
there's soap in there, and hand sanitizer and Vaseline, which also double as fire starters because they're flammable.
Yeah. Which
So
is nice.
there's cotton balls in there, so I can use that for to treat my feet.
Yeah.
I can use that to start a fire, and same with the hand sanitizer. That'll start a fire as well.
Nice.
So
Yeah. Yeah. Hand sanitizer burns a
two
little
lighters.
open wounds, right? But having the soap, I mean, I just remember those, it was like a 48-hour bag, right? Where soap, man, that saved militaries, guys, like literally countries when soap became something that people were carrying. What about super glue?
Yeah, there's super glue in there as well. It's in my IFAC.
Oh, that's in the IFAC. That's right. This is all, yeah. I'm just going into all the first aid stuff and all.
Oh yeah, yeah. Let's see, where's that? Yeah, creature comfort. Let's see, I'll pull it out for you, just so
Yeah.
I can prove it to you, Kevin.
You could have just said yes. I was like, awesome.
Whatever, Kevin. I've got two lighters in here. See this? This is soap.
Oh, cool. Sweet.
Yeah, little
So,
dissolvable soap thingies in there.
give or
Uh,
take, how much money do you think you've invested into that bag? Give or take, just ballpark it.
First of all, let me say this before I answer that question.
Yeah.
I used to teach classes on this stuff. I used to teach classes on bug out bags and get home bags and all that stuff. You don't have to spend money. Like you could grab any bag that you had or go to a thrift store and get a bag for $1. I'm dead serious.
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
think they got to have all the great gear. This is my
Yeah.
lifestyle, so I do.
Yeah. Mhm.
But if you don't want to spend the time and money on it, don't.
Yeah.
Just have a pair of fucking scissors. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and I'm dead serious. Stuff that you have around the house or things so you don't have to spend a lot of money on
Mhm.
this at all. But probably $700.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, like, if you think about it, like, how many times have you helped people in car accidents? Like, over a
Yeah.
dozen?
No, not that many.
No? Okay, yeah.
Somewhere between 5 and 10 times.
Okay. Not a dozen, but maybe 10.
Sounds good.
But like that's the thing, right? Is that's where like Todd's words are lining up with his actions. He's a citizen defender, but imagine that you're in a bad car accident, right? And you're messed up and you're the primary in your house who's going to take care of everything. And now Todd rolls up. Like that's amazing, right? And like people should be grateful that somebody like you exists because it's going to help others feel more safe, right? And imagine a whole bunch of yous roll up, right? It's like, okay, guys, got this. Okay, sweet. Thanks. Go on your day. Have a good day, right? Because you were the first at the scene. So I just think that's amazing, man. It's like a first responder without being a first responder.
That's why we're making this video. Hopefully we're inspiring people who are watching this to just do these types of things. Seriously, like we went through this to give you ideas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But honest to God, like even if you just stop this video right now for a while and then came back and watched it to the end, right? But and you just like, no, I'm gonna just grab some of this stuff and throw it in a bag and put it in my car right now.
Yeah.
And just as a start, before you get a chance to like kind of build and get something a little bit more sophisticated, have something.
Okay,
Have
so
something.
let's do a little experiment right now then. So I'm that person. Let's say I have a spare backpack and I have 5 minutes to throw something in a bag right now. Give me 9 or 10 household items I have that I should just throw in there right now. What do you think priority would be?
First aid.
First aid kit? Okay, sweet. Hold on, I'm gonna be devil's advocate. I don't have a first aid kit in my house, so what can I do to make a quick first aid kit? Band-Aids?
Um, well, that's first aid.
Yeah, but I'm saying like
Yeah, but
that's
grab
probably
first aid.
something
How about that? How
everybody
about
will
that?
have, right?
Grab first aid supplies, put them in a Ziploc bag. How about
Beautiful.
that?
Yeah, love that, right? Simple. So, but I'm a 5-year-old kid. Okay, so Band-Aids I'm gonna throw in there. What else do you think is priority? Scissors,
If
if
you
my
have, if
set.
well, hold on. If you have some kind of a shell to keep you dry and warm, like an old jacket or something like that, that will just water repellent, and especially if you have a top and bottom to keep yourself dry and warm. If you have a stocking cap, an old one that you don't use a lot, I don't care how ugly it is. In fact, the uglier the better.
A cap?
A stocking cap.
You mean a toque?
No, because I'm not fucking Canadian.
What do you call it? A stocking cap?
Yeah,
What do
Kevin,
you call a condom?
give the give the give the program stocking cap.
A stocking cap? No
Yeah.
wonder when I
Who
type
are
in
you?
search
Who
IDS toque, I can't find anything because I
who
need
are you?
IDS stocking cap.
Who are you?
Okay, well, hold on. There's two ways to spell toque. Toque the Canadian way and toque the American way. Yet you guys don't even call it a toque, you call it a stocking cap.
Yeah, because we're not stupid. You know what I mean? Like, we're not. You know what I mean? We're not Canadian.
Yeah, but you're in minus 15 degrees Fahrenheit and you don't have the proper words to say what people need is a toque. A toque, eh? I'm gonna make you say A by the end of these podcasts, bro. You're gonna be toque, eh? Where's my meat at?
Only if I'm doing it sarcastically. I will never like when you say A, your IQ automatically drops 15 points.
Oh man, have you ever met an Eastern Canadian, like far Eastern Canadian?
No.
Do you know what a pikey is? Like, you know the movie Snatch or like a gym,
Yeah.
right? And they're like,
Yeah.
Paddywhack Blue, where's my mom's
Yeah.
Karen? Right? It's
Yeah.
almost like that, but this is a big saying, and they're like, where are you to, boy? I'll come where you're at. What do you think that means? Where are you
I
to,
have no.
boy? I'll come where you're
See,
at.
see, Kevin, you're making my point for me.
But that is like a side of Canada that nobody really talks about. They're called Newfies, right? So Newfies speak that way. I love them. Newfies are some of the nicest people you'll ever meet in the world. Just never cross them because they'll mess you up. They're awesome.
I'll tell you.
right?
I'll take your word for it.
And then you have the French Canadians who everybody just tries to ignore a little bit. I'm French, so I can say this. Take it easy, internet, right? And everyone like doesn't want to be associated with the French Canadians. And then you have like the rest of Canada who's pretty much normal, like the Midwest, you could say. We just say
Okay.
A.
Yeah, I would, the normal part, I'm not so sure.
I can see it all
Uh,
over your face here. All right, we digress. We're back to wearing a toque. So bring a toque, a spare jacket, band-aids.
an extra pair of socks.
Nice, nice.
People think that that's literally among one of the most important things you have. I'm not kidding you. An extra,
100%.
and it doesn't, wool socks are better, merino wool are best, but just an extra pair of socks. Trust me, you'll be glad. You know how many times, even if it's not an emergency, just need to change my socks and I just go to my bag and pull them out. And do this all the time. Dude, some of us are real men. Okay.
Hold on. Why are you changing your socks so often? What are you doing?
Dude, I train all the time, unlike other people.
I train barefoot. That's why they called me the barefoot
So
ninja.
do I. So do I.
Why are you changing your socks?
Because I also train not without barefoot because I'm a real man. I train on gun ranges and stuff. I'm wearing shoes and boots. I have to change my.
Shoes and that's what you could have said. I'm wearing shoes and boots, eh?
Okay, now moving on. Cutting tool.
Cutting tool, a knife.
Ideally, some
utility.
type of a good utility knife. Anything. Scissors. You'll be glad that you have it. One
Beautiful.
thing I don't have it. One thing I don't have in here. That's a good idea. I actually do, but I didn't show it. Is
Yeah.
cordage. Have some type of cordage.
Mm.
Paracord's good. Even just a little bit of paracord. Actually, I think I do have paracord in here because I've got a paracord bracelet right there. Okay,
Perfect.
that's
Yeah.
a great thing. Emergency.
Got it.
Yeah, survival bracelets are awesome.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay,
Cutting cutting tool. Container.
Water.
Preferably.
or
By the way,
container.
this is a single wall metal container. Double walls that are insulated, you can't boil water in them; they'll explode.
Good to know. Holy shit. Yeah, great to know. Great to know. Okay, so
Single wall container.
would you say container versus life straw or life straw and container?
This is a must. Get out of life straw.
Okay, so life straw, but I don't have one, so I'm going to order it on Amazon. Okay, so no life straw, so container, nice.
Container.
You're doing good. These are all things that would be in somebody's house, I hope.
Container. Illumination, flashlight of some kind, some form of illumination. Let's just put it that way.
Nice, beautiful.
A way, if you have a lighter, a way to start a fire.
Nice. Yeah, lighter, that should be kicking around the house. Awesome, awesome.
That's your combustion. I'm guessing people will have, even if it's just like toilet paper or like I have tissue in here, things like that.
Yeah.
If you
I'm sure you have.
like, that's just like at the super basic level.
That's 9. That's perfect. And that's it, right? Is it go right now, take 5 minutes, put us on pause, go grab a bag, throw that together, throw it in the back of the car, and then you'll never think about it again. Right. And then if you got some extra cash, kick it around, go on your Amazon list and buy one thing every month and just start adding to that list as time goes on. You don't got to go and drop $1,000 Canadian right now, but you can just do a little bit here and there. And it adds up, guys. Like that's how I built mine. Right. When I came out of the military, I was poor as F. Right. So it was, okay, how am I going to rebuild the kit that I got to carry in the military? So little things.
Just whatever. And same, just like even at home, like sometimes you got to grab and go to leave the house. That's why I keep them in my car too.
Yeah.
But this is called a stocking cap.
We're back to this.
That's what that's called. It's a stocking cap.
Stocking cap. Okay.
And then if there's something that's like storable, like another thing I would say, have an emergency blanket. If you have something like that, even if you have an extra small blanket around your house, or if you have an emergency blanket somewhere, throw that in there. And then the plus one on the bare essentials would be some type of nutrition, some type of food that will give you some fuel.
Nice. Yeah.
The reason I like the granola, by the way, for a situation like this, because I'm on the fly. By the way, this look at how thin that is. I can put 5 of these in here if I want to. I don't need to boil water for this. I can just pour a cup of water in this and it reseals and I can carry it with me and I can snack on it as I need it.
How many calories in that, if you don't mind?
620.
Holy cow. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, you're looking for high fat, high carbs, high calorie guys. Okay, it will just last you longer, right? Obviously, it's not just a snack you should be having all the time for you nutrition freaks out there. This is just to give you sustenance to keep you going so you can get back to your house.
Yeah. For me, like I would go as absolutely as long as I could without eating. So
Yes.
like, no, I need to refuel myself right now.
Yeah. It's
Same
like
with my
drinking
water.
water.
I have to be really careful about and just be sipping on my water until I know I can replenish. That's another conversation, but
Yeah.
yeah, man, a little bit on the get home bag.
Nice. That's awesome. I really appreciate you grabbing it. I know that's going to take a little bit to repack, but that's the way it is, right? Is you get pretty good at packing. And I love that your bag is accessible from the front. I actually think I'm going to go to the 511 store right away because that is such a smart and genius idea of being able
Check
to
this out.
pack while walking. Or
Check this
not
out.
pack, sorry, access. Yeah.
I can sling it around the back and I can swing it around the front. If
Yeah.
I get tired of carrying on the back, I can carry it on the front. But everything is just accessible right here in front of me, which is why I love it. And it's low profile. Yeah, it's called the LV10. There's
Okay.
different sizes of it.
Yeah.
Um, it's just like it's my favorite bag.
Yeah.
It's just. In fact, if you guys want to, you can go to my Integrative Defense Strategies YouTube channel,
Yeah.
and I actually interviewed the designer of this bag.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Ex-military, I'm assuming, or ex first,
I don't know.
you know.
I know he's not. I know he's not Canadian though.
Yeah, because he called it a stocking cap.
Yeah. Look, hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Yeah. Well, what I like about that is like imagine that you had to fireman carry somebody and you had a backpack on and it felt all weird, right? Or you had to access your gun, right? Oh man, I really, really like that. I think that is an ingenious design and it's such a simple thing.
Wait till you get a chance to see the video that breaks this down. Like I'm not doing it any justice. Like it's just a phenomenal bag.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's fantastic. And then carabiners. I have extra carabiners on here so I can attach extra stuff. This is
Yeah.
where I attach my first aid kit, my IFAK. I attached on this big guy.
Nice.
Uh, so yeah, man, there you go. I hope that this inspired somebody to either start one or to make little improvements or additions or refining theirs.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's all those little things, right? And that's it, is it's being prepared for life's worst case scenarios, making sure that a little bit of foresight it could keep you safe, it could save lives, and not just you and your family's lives, but other people as well, right? We're not telling you to go and, jump out in an accident and try and help people if you have absolutely no training. No, no, please, like I have so much first aid training from the military and then post and et cetera, et cetera. And I feel very confident in first aid situations. But to be honest, until I actually got into some first aid scenarios, I didn't feel confident. And then once I got in them and I got used to it and I got used to the stress, it was a big difference, right? My dad, I was working with him and the grinder blade broke and right through his leather glove cut his finger all the way off to here, and his finger was just like flopping to the side. We call it his zombie finger now, right? And I was like, okay, and we're working. I'm like, okay, let's shut things down. I'm like, you go sit over there. I'm watching for signs of shock. I'm clearing everything up, get him in there, drive all the way to the hospital. I'm super calm the whole time. And on the way, he's like, I'm so glad you were here. You helped me feel so much more calm and patient,
Yeah,
right? And I'd never deal with somebody almost losing a finger before, but all the training just kicks in. And that's what we do. That's why Todd and I train. That's why Todd and I run through these scenarios in our heads. What would we do? And a little bit of being prepared goes a long way, right? Stop your doom
and
scrolling for 3 hours and take an hour and research something. What's a cool bag? I'm pretty sure there's actually some bags out there. I think I've seen some for like 199 US, where it's an entire bag already prepped for you, right? So you just buy the bag if you got the cash, buy the bag, throw it in the back of the car, never worry about it again. But it's
yeah.
always good to go through your kit too, duh.
Yeah, when I fly, this, like I said, I think it's important to rehash this. These items transfer over into a bigger backpack
Mhm.
where I have my laptop and I have additional things in there. So I know I can sustain myself for 4 or 5 days just with what's on my back.
Wow.
Things get weird. I'm traveling. I'm in unfamiliar territory. I get stranded somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm good for 4 or 5 days just with what's on me. And I think that's just a really good way to live.
Yeah, it's smart for sure. So that means you're packing like what, 17 pairs of socks then?
And extra stocking caps.
Yeah, yeah. And a couple extra megs to shoot a smart ass Canadian.
And muckalux. Gotta have my muckalux.
Muckalux? Mucklux.
No, muckalux.
Muckalux. Oh man. I'm so glad I met you, buddy. You're a
The
good dude.
best muckalux in the world are made here in Minnesota, just so you know.
Are they
So
really?
we got that going for us.
Isn't that fantastic? That's something to be so proud of.
Most people are watching this going, what are muckalux? Kevin says muckalux. I say muckalux. I say it the right way. Kevin says it the wrong way.
Yeah.
Now you can look them up. You have something that you can look up and find out what muckalux are, but they're badass.
Definitely don't trust my speech, guys. If you've ever watched any of my videos, you guys know that I have speech impediments for sure. So much so that actually when I went viral, I was like, I should go see a speech pathologist and we should sort this out. But then I realized it actually helped me in the algorithms.
I
If I
bet.
had a speech impediment. And the biggest one was so funny. It was I said escape, like EX. Right? I obviously know how to spell escape, you bastards. But it was so funny. The entire comment section was just like, did he say escape? I was like, gotcha. Yes, now I'm going to do this on purpose. I'm going to say mucklux and stocking caps.
You're already learning.
I'm trying. I'm trying. I got to speak to my American folk. They're the ones that are going to pay me to come down and train with them. Well, much appreciated, brother. A little bit of a shorter episode than usual, but that's how we do it, ladies and gentlemen. We are short and succinct sometimes. And we make fun of each other because guess what? We don't take things personally and we ain't little bees. But Todd, if people want to get a hold of you, learn from you and all your amazing knowledge, where do they go?
Yeah, man, thanks. We have a really cool school community, and school is like we offer online training and education. It's skool.com/IDS.
Nice.
We have 18 full-length courses. We do live streaming, education, and training. We have you can actually post in there yourself. So it's like our own social media platform, but without the noise, all signal, no noise. We have another online training platform subscription service called IDS, citizendefender.com. And then for those of you who are interested in becoming an IDS certified instructor, you can go to idscitizendefender.com or follow us anywhere, Integrative Defense Strategies, all over social media. We're always posting cool, educational, informative stuff. Thank you.
For sure. And I do have to say, you are bang on with that school community. I'm getting notifications all the time. I'm looking and I'm like, oh, this is awesome. I'm so glad. So it's super cool, guys. I'm really impressed with what Todd is doing with school. If you want to check out my stuff at Self Defense Goat or Self Defense Goat, or sorry, Self Defense with Kevin Goat, go to my store, selfdefensegoat.ca. That's my Shopify store. Help support. I had some people reach out the other day and they're like, hey, can we send you some donations? You do all this stuff for free and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, how about this? Go buy some stuff from the store and then you're actually supporting me and then you get something cool in
There
the
you go.
process. And then you can learn how to train with it, right? And use my videos to help you with there. If you do want to hire me or become affiliate in my programs, shoot me an email at calgarygongfu@gmail.com. If you don't remember that, go to my website, calgarygongfu.com, and that will give you all the links that you need, and we'll go from there. So awesome, brother. Stay safe out there, especially with your go bags, guys, or sorry, get home bags. They are different than the go bags. I'm going to go build one right now because I have 2 vehicles and I need to put a second bag together. So that's why I asked those questions for you. Awesome. Take care, everybody. Stay safe.